I'm ready. Believe that. So as we know, the season is right around the corner. I repeat, the season is right around the corner. The question is the Alabama football team ready? Is the coaching staff ready? Players ready? Position coaches, etc., etc. Is everyone ready to do their job, play their role, and play it well to the highest level? That's the big question, the biggest question. See, the question isn't about, oh, does Bama have talent? At what position do they have the best talent? Huh? Right? At what position do they have the most depth? Huh? They're stacked everywhere. They're talented everywhere. They got a whole roster of NFL prospects, NFL caliber players, baby. We know it. They know it. The fans know it. Media knows it. College football knows it, baby. And if they put it all together, guess what? It's going to get very spooky for every team they play. We talking about boom, road to the natty, boom, trip to the natty, dog. That's what it's about, competing for a national championship. And there's no doubt in my mind, if Bama brings their A game week in, week out, we don't see none of that piss poor BS that we saw majority of last season. Kalendeboer has his team ready. He has learned what the SEC is really about, what it takes to be a successful winning head coach, in the SEC. Understanding he is nowhere near Saban, but that's cool, right? No one wants him to be Saban, baby. We just want him to win. Hail to the no. He can be himself. Hands down, man down. Be yourself. Don't try to be nobody else, correct? But win. Set the damn standard, Kalendeboer, and don't ever forget it, Period, dog. I stand on that 10 toes down. So we know the roster is stacked. NFL caliber across the board. But as always say, coaching is the most important part of a team, You can have all the talent you want. You need more than talent. Yeah, way more than just talent, baby. We've seen numerous teams on every level, high school, college, right? Even middle school, Pop Warner, NFL, all the talent in the world. But if that talent isn't coached correctly, if that talent doesn't believe in the coaching staff, baby, right? If the coaches can't get that talent and have that talent prepared week in, week out to ball and put their best foot forward every Saturday, whatever it is they play, whatever day, heavy, bro, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Period, homie. Period. You've seen a multitude of teams with talent not get as far as they should go. Lose to teams less talented, correct? Right? Whether they were out coached, man, unprepared, right? Out physical, out man, etc., etc. Whatever the case may be, not mentally focused, We've seen it a lot of times, bro. So that's the question with Bama. They had talent last year. Big problem with coaching, play calling, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Boom, nip that in the bud. Get Nick Sheridan up out of there around yonder. Get him up out of there. Heavy, homie. He's lucky to still have a job on the squad. If you ask me, the piss poor shit he pulled last year with that piss poor, predictable play calling with all that talent, homie. Period. No, it's a new season, new year. Every year is different, but the talent is there. I'm gonna get into the article in a minute. From the trenches, both sides of the ball, offensive line, defensive line, the secondary, a young secondary at that. Bama's still a young team, homie. Period. Running back room, wide receiver room. You know the talent there. We're gonna see what the quarterback is really like. You know what I'm saying? That may be the biggest question thus far for the whole team as a whole on both sides of the ball. How will a quarterback perform, Who is the best man for the job, Bottom line, baby, period. There's no questions. So many dudes going pro, going first round, This is the year. You know, every year is different, but some years we've seen it. Bama is just more superior than the other teams in college football, not just the SEC, right? We saw it in 2020, baby. We saw it the year they crushed Notre Dame, baby. You hear me? Some years they just have a roster. Everything fits. Everything comes to fruition, It all makes sense. The chemistry is there. The discipline is there, right? The coaching staff is there. Right, dog? Period. Everything aligns. The mentality. Every year you get a year with Bama, homie, that the roster is untouchable, and this could damn well be that year. Like I say, closest one in recent years got to go back to the 2020 team. Couldn't nobody run with them, man. Couldn't nobody hang with them, right? Bama could look the same way, the same exact way as that 2020 team did this year coming up. No doubt in my mind, I stand on that 10 toes down, homie. You hear me? Heavy, dog, period. This is the year. Take advantage. You must take advantage. When you have these great teams, these elite teams, talent all across the board, you cannot take it for granted, baby. You got to capitalize on the moment, homie. On the moment, huh? You hear me, dog? Believe that, huh? If it's time for anyone to take advantage, it's kalendeboer for real, homie. Heavy, homie, like that. Give me 1 second. Let's get into this article, man. For real, man. We know what the roster looking like, huh? We know what it's looking like, baby. We know the scoop. We know the 411. Huh, homie? Let's get it, man. Let's win, dog. Let's win for real. For real, man. The time is now. High tide. Alabama roster features close to a dozen 2026 NFL draft prospects, pro scouts say. The 2025 Crimson Tide could have its deepest pool of draft candidates in almost a decade. Huh? Let's get it, man. That's what you get with chemistry, with guys coming back, huh? Older guys coming back. Still got more to prove, more in the tank. Too much was left on the table, dog. Huh? That's what you get, homie, period. And a lot of young players, but very experienced players at Bama, homie. The big storyline with Alabama recently has been the Crimson Tide stacking up on highly ranked class of 2026 recruits. And that's a side note. Huh? Shout out kalendeboer once again, huh? Bama is dominating the recruiting process. 5 stars, 4 stars, et cetera, et cetera. But about boom, bam, let's get it, man. They're talking about Bama gone. The dynasty is gone. They fall off. They falling off. Man, kill that noise, bro. Stop the cap, baby. Stop the cap. You hear me? Believe that. That are now expected to be big parts of the team's future, including landing commitments from 2 5-star prospects in the last 5 days. However, while the continued building of the Alabama roster for the future has garnered a lot of attention, something not being talked about enough nationally is the amount of talent on the current team. It's to such a level that multiple NFL scouts have told CBS that's the Crimson Tide, ranked number 9 in CBS Sports post-spring rankings, has a realistic chance to have a double-digit players picked in next year's NFL draft and maybe as many as 12. That includes 8 that at least some NFL scouts view as possibilities to end up being selected in the first 3 or 4 rounds. Come on, man. Talent, baby. Talent, baby. Talent. Let's get it. To put that into perspective, Alabama has only once had more than 10 players selected in a single draft, homie. They really do have a ton of quality prospects, a scout told CBS Sports. Although quarterback is a question mark, with the Tide set to have a first-year starter at that position, likely redshirt junior Ty Simpson, it's fair to say, based on the amount of overall talent, that Alabama could be in the line for a big season if the new quarterback performs at simply a respectable level. Yeah, man, that's the biggest question in my opinion as well. The quarterback position, baby. Probably will be Ty Simpson as the starter. How will he play? How will he perform, huh? How does he look? How will he look in the kalendeboer / Ryan Grubb system? Huh? Can he carry it out? Can he execute it? Can he be a field general, a leader, baby? Can he not make stupid mistakes, lose games? Huh? Period, dog. With this roster, he shouldn't have to put the team on his back, so to say, week in, week out, bro. It should be a lot of dominating wins, dominating performances, right? Hell to the yeah. With this roster here, dog, domination all over the board. Let's get it, man. For real, dog. Payback. The revenge tour has begun. Left tackle Caden Proctor, whom scouts view as a first-round possibility, is the clear top prospect for Alabama. Among the others that scouts view as having a realistic chance to go in the first 2 or 3 rounds are cornerback Damani Jackson, defensive lineman left tackle Overton, wide receiver Jeremy Bernard, linebacker Deontay Lawson, and offensive guard Jaden Roberts. Those are others. There are others that at least some scouts are high on as well, such as defensive lineman Tim Keenan, running back Jam Miller, and Miami wide receiver transfer Isaiah Horton. Let's go, man. At least some scouts see the 6'4", 205-pound Horton, who had 56 catches as a junior at Miami last year, as a clear day 2 prospect. Adding him means Alabama now has 3 wide receivers with a shot to go in the first 3 rounds of the next 2 NFL drafts, with sophomore Ryan Williams, Bernard, and now Horton too. And we all know who Ryan Williams is, dog. Roll Tide for the pride. Let's get it. He's a big guy at wide receiver for us in Alabama. Hold on 1 second. Hey, when it does this, dog. Come on, bro. Stop playing, man. 1 second. He's a big guy at wide receiver for us, an Alabama source said of Horton. Although the Tide receiver group doesn't get as much attention nationally as some other receiver units, like the one at Ohio State, for example, Alabama has built a wide receiver room that's clearly among the best in the nation. Among the best? Hell no. It is the best, baby. Hands down, man down. Let's get it. They finna see it clear, ever clear to be exact. However, Horton isn't the only Tide transfer on the radar of NFL scouts. Texas A&M offensive line transfer Cam Dewberry is too. Although Dewberry was a backup as a junior at A&M last season, he made 5 starts as a freshman in 2022 and 3 in 2023. The Alabama staff felt like it got a steal in the 6'4", 345-pound former top 65 overall recruit, and scouts view him as an intriguing prospect, even with him coming off a season during which he didn't make any starts. And we know change of scenery, change of atmosphere, huh? Change of program, dog. More development, huh? Change of a coaching staff can put a player on a whole different trajectory, homie. Change his whole career, right? Elevate his game. Very, very well, much so could be the case with the lineman from A&M, Dewberry. Let's get it. Let's win. Like with Horton, the Tide staff has big expectations for Dewberry entering the season, homie. Both Horton and Dewberry are elite, an Alabama source said. Great work ethic and produced in the spring will both be big for us. Simply put, Alabama is positioning itself well for the future by landing highly ranked 2026 recruits, but the Tide is set up to well compete at a high level in the present as well. And that's it for the article, man. That's what it's about, homie. The Tide are built for success right now, but not only right now, huh? In the future as well. And that's what it's about. Building your team, building your depth chart, your roster for years to come. For years to come. But this year could definitely be, I think it will be one of those special years, dog, where Bama just dominates. They look good all across the board. They're dialed in, focused in. Period. Let's go, man. Let's take it all the way to the damn natty. Set the standard. Bring it back to the top where it belongs, baby. Where it belongs, huh? You hear me? Believe that. That's what it is, dog. Shout out Bama. Shout out to the Bama players. Keep it going. Shout out to Boer for his outstanding recruiting job and his staff, his recruitment staff. Keep prospering, dog. Stay zoned in. Don't get complacent. Don't get comfortable. And don't forget the standard, homie. Take over this year. Run through the league. Run through the SEC. Run through college football, huh? Run through the playoff, baby. Why not now, huh? Why not Bama? The time is now. Make them respect it. Roll Tide full of pride. Win, lose, or draw, man. You know what it is. Woo! Yeah.